Welcome to Writing to Win Applied Grammar. In this video, you will learn how to create compound sentences and sentence parts with a variety of signals. Begin by reading the sentences in the sentence building puzzle separately. The base sentence, 3 men sat crowded into the boat, and the signal sentences, 2 dogs sat crowded into the boat, 1 pig sat crowded into the boat was unpainted, and the boat was wooden. The signals for combining these sentences to the base sentence are in parentheses. Begin by moving the signals in parentheses in front of the sentence they follow. Next, delete any repeated words in the signal sentences. In this example, we delete sat crowded into the boat from the first and second signal sentences. Next, we need to insert the remaining subjects 2 dogs and 1 pig into the base sentence after the subject 3 men. Finally, we must insert the underlined adjectives in front of the noun that they describe. In this example, we will insert unpainted and wooden in front of the noun boat. Now that we have used the underlined adjectives, we can delete the rest of the words in their sentences. Let's read the final combined sentence. Capital T, 3 men, 2 dogs, and 1 pig sat crowded into the unpainted wooden boat, period. That sounds like an acceptable English sentence. Click Submit and see if the computer agrees. It does. The combined sentence was acceptable. Scroll the cursor over the answer in the right half of the screen to see if there are other acceptable answers. Let's try a few more. Begin by reading the sentences in the sentence building puzzle separately. The base sentence, the boys of my childhood greeted us, and the signal sentences, the boys of my childhood are now proud men, the men are tall, the greeting was at the entrance, and the entrance was of the Hilton Hotel. The signals for combining these sentences to the base sentence are in parentheses. The first signal is something new for us to try. Take the underlined phrase, now proud men, and insert it in the blank between the 2 commas of the signal in parentheses. We will insert this phrase, now surrounded by commas, into the base sentence immediately after the noun it describes. In this example, we are describing the boys of my childhood, so we will insert the signal immediately after the word childhood. Now that we've used the underlined phrase from that signal sentence, we can delete the rest of the words in the sentence. Now we can move the next signal in parentheses in front of the sentence it follows, and we'll insert the underlined adjective tall in front of the noun it describes, which in this example is men. So we will insert the comma and tall in front of men. Now that we have used the underlined adjective from that sentence, we can delete the rest of the words in the sentence. Finally, we can insert the underlined phrases from the last 2 signal sentences immediately after what they describe. In this example, we will insert at the entrance and of the Hilton Hotel after greeted us. Now that we have used the underlined phrases, we can delete the rest of the words from their signal sentences. Let's read our final combined sentence. Capital T, the boys of my childhood, now proud, comma, tall men, greeted us at the entrance of the Hilton Hotel, period. That sounds like an acceptable English sentence. Click Submit and see if the computer agrees. It does. The combined sentence was acceptable. Scroll your cursor over the answer in the right half of the screen to see if there are other acceptable answers. Let's try one more. Begin by reading the sentences in the sentence building puzzle separately. The base sentence, Katrina caught a breath of air, and the signal sentences, the wind rang the temple bells, Katrina would remember her wedding, Katrina's heart would warm, and tears would stream down Katrina's cheeks. The signals for combining these sentences into the base sentence are in parentheses. Move the signals in parentheses in front of the sentence they follow. Next, delete any repeated words in the signal sentences and replace them with a pronoun when necessary. In this example, we delete Katrina from the second signal sentence and replace it with the pronoun she. We also will delete Katrina from the third and fourth signal sentences and replace it with the pronoun her. Let's read our final combined sentence. Capital W. When Katrina caught a breath of air, or when the wind rang the temple bells, she would remember her wedding. Her heart would warm, and tears would stream down her cheeks. Period. That sounds like an acceptable English sentence. Click Submit and see if the computer agrees. It does. The combined sentence was acceptable. Scroll your cursor over the answer on the right half of the screen to see if there are other acceptable answers. In this lesson, you have learned how to form compound sentence parts with a variety of signals.